It's Monday the 6th of July. I'm Dowd Army. This is Yeah Right News on Yeah Right TV. Firstly, we're going to give you our coronavirus briefing because that's what Yeah Right TV started and that's what Yeah Right TV was all about, especially the news. You know what I mean. Britain recorded 16 more deaths in the last 24 hours. There were 22 deaths recorded on Sunday, and with no deaths recorded in Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland. Hospital admissions have dipped to single figures in most parts of England. And government data shows the rolling 7-day average of COVID-19 facilities in the UK has dropped to 95. Only 352 more Brits tested positive for the coronavirus in the last 24 hours. But don't forget, Sundays and Mondays figures are always much lower because of a recording lag at weekends. You know what I mean. So the threat's over. Happy days. Unfortunately, when we see scenes like this, and scenes like this, and how hundreds of people left Leicester and went to Market Harbour and places like that to go on the piss and just overtook the place, and there was no social distancing, people pissed up, fights, everything. It's highly likely we're going to get a second wave. Now Leicester is back in lockdown. Merthyr Tydfil in Wales is a higher infection rate than Leicester. If we look at this map, it shows where in the UK numbers are high. Now, we have had over 60,000 deaths over the normal number year to date expected in the UK. So it ain't just disappeared, it's still around us and it's still everywhere. Now let's take a look around the world. Australia is to seal off 6.6 million people in the state of Victoria from midnight tomorrow, as there's been a massive outbreak in the city of Melbourne. In northeastern Spain, 200,000 people in Lleida province have been put back into lockdown due to outbreaks there. Madagascar has reimposed lockdown and brought in the army to ensure residents comply as an outbreak is there. In Latin America, which is Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Chile, Ecuador, Argentina, etc., more than 125,000 people are dead so far, and the numbers are climbing rapidly, specifically in Mexico, Brazil, Ecuador and Chile. India has recorded 24,000 cases in the last 24 hours with 700,000 confirmed cases overall, making it the third highest hit in the world after the USA and Brazil. Sorry, after Russia. You know what I mean? And now we come to the USA. Now where do we start? Doctors say USA is in free fall with cases rising rapidly in 32 states. Hospitals are close to running out of beds in numerous major cities, and 50,000 cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. There's 3 million infected and there's over 130,000 people dead so far in the USA. But from what we saw with people celebrating the 4th of July and no one really giving a shit, and how Donald the Fuddle Trump is handling the whole situation, in other words, the biggest crisis in US history, and he's fucking it up, America is seriously up shit creek. But I think something to think about. Joe Biden is a worse bet than Donald Trump. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about that another day. You know what I'm saying? So, America is seriously fucked. You know what I'm saying? Now that, folks, was our coronavirus briefing. Far better than the bollocks that the government presents us with. You know what I mean? Now in other news. China have pulled their troops back from their border with India in a major stand down after India's most dangerous assassin intervened. Authorities in Mongolia are on a high alert after a suspected case of bubonic plague. Now, this is a disease that caused a Black Death pandemic. 50 million dead in the 14th century. Hello? China has also told the UK, don't fuck with us when it comes to Hong Kong or Huawei and our 5G rollout. That goes, we'd be good friends but very bad enemies. I thought, fucking hell, that's a bit heavy. You know what I mean? The USA has now sent 2 aircraft carriers to the South China Sea in a show of military might as it pushes back China's claim to the region. And the legend behind movie scores like The Good, The Bad and The Ugly, The Mission and The Hateful Eight, Ennio Morricone has died. He was a legend, mate. Top tunes. Now, the UK's lockdown has demonstrated 3 things. 1, the economy collapses as soon as it stops selling useless stuff to over-indebted people. 2, it is perfectly possible to greatly reduce pollution. And 3, The lowest paid people in the country are the most essential to its functioning. You know what I mean. Now look at this picture. This, folks, is Mount Rushmore, before the carving of the 4 presidents' heads. Now, before the faces were carved, it was called the 6 Grandfathers, part of the sacred Black Hills of the Lakota tribe. The US government seized the land illegally in 1877 after gold was discovered there. President Grant ordered the army not to protect local tribes, as bounty hunters collected up to $300 for each Native American they killed. The carvings were partly funded by the Ku Klux Klan in the 1920s. Not on me. In America, white privilege is demanding Confederate monuments be protected for history while destroying sacred Native American burial sites, relics, land and water to build a pipeline. Wankers. Now for some shout-outs. Jasmine actor would like to give a big shout-out to his daughter and his son-in-law. Happy wedding anniversary, Gavin Sharon. You know what I mean. All the team at Tool Station Leamington would like to say happy birthday to Carly. You know what I'm saying? And Binder, a.k.a. Sue, happy birthday for tomorrow from all the crew. You know what I mean. Taminda would like to say happy birthday to the love of his life, Lena. Oh, know what I mean? And happy birthday, Ahmad, from your loving mum, Haminderjit, for last week. You know what I mean. Finally, our thought for the day. 15 years ago, the internet was an escape from the real world. Today, the real world is an escape from the internet. You know what I mean. I'm Dowd Army. This is Yeah Right News. This is Yeah Right TV. Yeah Right.